What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to another review video. Big shout out goes out to Sizzlebk for reaching out to me and asking me to review one of their electric mountain bikes. This is the S400 step over model. And just for size comparison, this is what I look like on this bike. I am 5'8", 160 pounds, and as far as the distance to the ground is perfect for me. It feels super natural. The sitting position is nice. As far as the suspension, it's a very generic fork. We only have suspension in the front. This is a hardtail, and of course we're going to test the suspension when we do our off-road test. In this review, I'm going to go over everything there is to know about this bike. I'm going to talk about the specs. I'll do a speed test, a brake test. I'm going to ride around and talk about the riding experience, and we're going to take it on a little mini off-road trail that I have over here because I am at the world famous Vaulted Adventures testing grounds. There will be chapters down below, so feel free to skip around to whatever part is of interest to you. But first, let's get started with the specs. So what we got here is the Sizzlebk S400 step over electric mountain bike. It features a 1300 watt peak power hub motor in the rear, coupled with a 48 volts 15 amp hour battery. Sizzlebk claims that this should give you a range of up to 60 miles depending on riding mode and riding conditions, of course. We have 26-inch by 4-inch puncture-resistant fat tires, coupled with hydraulic brakes with 180mm rotors. Very nice. This bike also has a front suspension fork with 80mm of travel, a Shimano 7-speed with the Shimano derailleur, an adjustable mountain bike seat that's fairly comfortable, and in the front of the bike we have a relatively small LED headlight. The total weight of this bike is 68.5 pounds with the max load capacity of 400 pounds. And up on the handlebars we have our rear brake and our Shimano half twist gear changer. And on the left side we have our front brake, our display with the on-off switch, mode selector switch and headlight switch, and a thumb throttle. And that's pretty much it for the specs. Now as far as the price, is this bike good value for money or not? That is exactly what we're going to find out today. Before we continue though, just a couple things that stand out to me right off the bat is these beautiful hydraulic brakes. Very nice to see. Second thing is the wheels, 26-inch by 4-inch. Absolutely humongous. And the last thing I want to mention is this bike does come with a rear rack, which I did not install, but just so you know, it does come and it does ship with the bike. Alright, now before we do our speed test, I just want to show you the starting procedure. Very simple. We have this on-off button. You just hold that for about 2 or 3 seconds and the bike turns on. This bike has 5 pedal assist modes. 0 means no throttle. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Alright, so I got my Speedo app open. It still has the 22.9 that we managed to hit earlier. Let's reset the max speed. Okay, done. Speed is reset. Put that in my pocket. And let's give this a try. A second try. Mode 5. And let's see what happens. Oh yeah, I can already tell the difference. Nice. So yeah, I did feel throughout the review that the motor is like limited. Is what it felt like. And now we're able to go a bit faster. The bike is stuck on 25 miles an hour. There is a little bit of face wind. Hopefully that doesn't affect our top speed. I'll just keep on going till the end of the road over here, and let's see what kind of speed we can get. Definitely much nicer than before. Let me stop over here and let's look at our GPS. Beautiful. So they claim up to 28 miles an hour top speed. We managed to hit 27.6. That is excellent. Alright, let's talk about the bike and the riding experience. To be honest with you, this feels really nice. These handlebars, they're like the perfect width, and the geometry of the bike feels very good. Now, having these 26-inch wheels by 4-inch is really nice. You get a lot of contact area and you can really carve out here. And like I said, the bike geometry feels really good. It is pretty stable, straight as an arrow. I like that. and the power is decent. It doesn't yank you fully back, like it doesn't have crazy amounts of torque, but it feels really nice, like you're moving, you know. It's not too slow, and it doesn't take long to get used to. The tires are good. Excellent. All right, well, this was pretty fun. Very interesting bike. Now, another thing I did not mention is this bike might come across as white, but it's like very light gray off-white color that is really, really nice. It does come in two colors if I'm not mistaken, this color and black. I really like this one. But now let's do things I like, things I don't like. Is this thing a good value for money or not? And we'll give it a score. Let's start with things I like. I like the overall build quality. I like the way this bike looks. I like that color. I love those hydraulic brakes. Really, really nice. And I really like the tune or response of the motor on this bike. It's really nice. It does have some power. Now, things I don't like. I always try to find at least one, but there are a few in this situation. So we'll start with the front fork. It is very, very generic. I mean, it is better than not having anything, that's for sure, but it is a very generic fork. Now, if you're going to be using this on the road to commute, then it's probably a decent enough fork, but just so you know, it is very generic. The second thing I don't like is not having suspension in the rear. Now, I know it's a style of a bike. It's a hardtail, so I'm not going to hold it against it too much, but I rather have rear suspension. And that's pretty much it. Those are the two things I don't like. Now, is this bike good value for money or not? We're talking $12.99 plus $100 off. I can get you guys. Make sure to check the link in the description if you're interested in this bike. To me, overall, it's a very okay value for money. It's not the craziest out there. Now, what score am I giving this bike? My experience, everything put together, I'm going to have to give this bike a 7 out of 10. Now, I'm pretty sure I was able to go over everything there is to know about this bike, but in case I missed anything, please drop a comment down below. I'll do my best to answer. If I was able to provide you guys with any type of value, I'd highly appreciate it if you left a like on this video. Free for you, it helps me out a lot. If you want to see more of these reviews, and there are plenty more coming, definitely hit that subscribe button. But that is pretty much it for me, guys. My name is Tom. This has been the Sizzlebk S400 electric mountain bike review. I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.